peoples, I'm Sasha. I'm a little random. Welcome and welcome back. All right. Okay, so today we are doing 3 propagations of trailing plants. Well, let's show you our supplies, including the plants. Okay, so we need rubbing alcohol to disinfect the scissors. This is not actually rubbing alcohol, by the way. This is just regular alcohol. It's just regular alcohol, but it still works. Some people prefer rubbing alcohol. I see no difference personally because it still, works. The reason you do this in between cutting is because you don't want to pass any bacteria in between plants. Okay, so if one has bugs or if one has a sickness or a virus or anything, just in case it's at the beginning stages and you don't see it, you want to make sure that you don't spread it, which is why you want to disinfect regularly in between your cuttings. Okay, so let's put these aside. Okay, so let me just show you the plants we're doing today. Okay, so all of these are from my trailing plants video that I shot before this. Different day actually. I didn't just change shirts. This is actually a different day. I just didn't have time. I was uninspired, but we're gonna do this today because I am inspired and I'm excited. Okay, so we are doing our cissus discolor, which is this plant here. We have some trailings and we're going to cut this up a little bit, especially right here. We're just going to discard that, but we'll get to that in a second. Okay, so that's one. We have our string of spades, which is caught on something right now. We have our string of spades, which is this one here. Okay, we have our string of spades, yes. All right, and then last but not least, we have our pothos. Enjoy. I'm not even going to try to show you how long this is. You're going to have to look at the previous video, okay? Trailing plants, okay? Top 6 trailing plants. Check it out, okay? So let's get started. I'm actually going to move the camera downward so you can see what I'm doing. So give me a second. Okay, so we have our parts here. I also forgot to mention that we have propagation glasses. Yes, I am propping in water, even though my last plant experiment let me realize that sphagnum moss is the one to beat. And water came in last, but that's a spoiler alert, but still check out that video. It's pretty interesting. It's called Propagation Experiments. All right, so we are going to fold this, get some alcohol on the rag, and just get our scissors good, okay? We're just gonna get them good. Make sure you get in the middle, okay? Get the inside, outside, all that, okay? That is one pass. Now, when you are propagating, you wanna know where the node is because that is what you wanna cut in between. You wanna cut in between the nodes, okay? So, these right here are nodes. That's a node. That's a node. These are possible growth points, okay? So what I'm going to do is just cut in between the node, okay? That fell in the water, tell no one. So that's one. Try to angle them all in the same direction so that you know which one you cut from and where it's growing outward, okay? It's growing from here to here, okay? And we are also going to cut from the node, okay? This is the node right here. Boom, okay? It's gonna grow outward. Now, because this plant is so leggy right here, I'm actually just gonna cut it and discard what we have here. And it should sprout 2 different, let me show you up close. It should sprout 2 different growth points from this position, okay? Or it will just do one from an angle. Sometimes that happens as well. Can you see what I'm talking about? I don't know if you can see. Oh, I'm tangled in my cord, people. Tangled in my cord. Okay, let me just get a little closer. So you see this right here. This right here is a node. it should grow between these two more from here, or just one from an angle, okay? You see where this is right here, this node, this little frolicky piece right here sticking out? Okay. So now that we have that, let's pick up our first one. I wasn't sure which glass I would need to put this in, but let's see. You want to take off one layer and have at least 2 nodes in water. 2. So I'm going to have this node and this node in water, okay? This one won't be in water. Actually, it might be. Let's see. Let's see. It will be in water. So that's going to be in water right there. This one, I'm going to do the same. I'm going to do 1 node and 2 node. And we are just going to stick it in water and it's going to grow. All right, so it is sad to lose these leaves. I don't know if this plant can actually propagate from leaves like peperomia can, but look how pretty it is that we had to let that go. Isn't that sad? Isn't that sad? Look at that. It's so pretty. And then this one too, let's not forget this one, okay? And then the third one isn't as pretty. It's a little sad, to be honest with you, but that's, you know, watering. So we're gonna toss those away aside. Boom. All right, and then we're gonna go to our next plant, okay? This is our string of spades. Let's just try not to get it tangled up again, because once it's tangled, it's kind of hard to deal with, like I just did just now. Okay. I think I got it loose. Leave it to me. So we are going to do this pretty oddly here, because it is really tangled and I can't tell what's what. So I'm going to just cheat. You want to figure out about how long you want your propagations to be, and or how long you want the rest of the remaining plant to be. I still want some trails, so I'm not going to cut that much of it, okay? We have a lot to work with here. So what I am going to do is just cheat, and I want it about right here trailing, and I'm going to cut the rest. So before I do that, I want to actually disinfect, drop my rag. I actually want to disinfect my scissors again, okay? Each time, people. Yes, it's tedious, but it's worth it. It's tedious, but it's worth it. Please remember that. You do not want to pass bacteria on, and even if nothing's wrong, one plant pollen can act up with a different plant pollen and create a bacteria. You don't want that. So because I know I wanted to trail at least about right here, I'm going to just snip, okay? That leaves us with this much of a hanging plant that is very tangled, okay? So we have all of this. What I am going to do is pause, try to untangle, and see where I can cut this to make this about even. So like if I were to fold it this way, it'll be about halfway. They'll both be the same length, okay? Which will be about the same length as, let's see. Yep, about the same length as this, if we do it right, okay? A little shorter, but that's fine. All right, give me a pause. I'll be right back. Okay, so I just went ahead and pulled these off, okay? We're gonna set that aside. I'm going to pull off a little bit more, and all I'm doing is just holding it and pulling, okay? And we're gonna put that in with the, first of all, we're gonna move this out the way so we don't get more tangled. Oh, too late, and we're in the cord again. All right, so this is what we have left of the string of spades right here. That's about that. We're gonna hang that back up in the window later. And we have about this much of this strand, which is a little retracted somewhere. I can't tell where. I could not figure out where the end or beginning of this one was, so I'm just gonna leave it. but as you can see, it loops back up around here somewhere. But that's fine. We'll figure it out another day, or just let it be. We'll just let it be. And we'll stick that in water with our Sis's Discolor, okay? So far we have our Sis's Discolor and our string of spades. We still have another part of our string of spades we need to do. This one is definitely a little bit shorter, but that's fine. If you can see that, it's definitely a little bit shorter. We're just going to hold and pull, okay? Hold and pull until we get the leaves off. And this is because, again, we want those nodes to be fresh so that something can grow out of them later with the water, okay? Put that there. All right, now let's do a little quick cleanup. Set that aside. And now for the piece de resistance. We have our wonderful and beautiful Pothos Enjoy. That goes for days, and we're actually going to put some in water in the same jar and some in a different jar. So once again, let's disinfect. Okay? Disinfect again. Okay? All right, so I actually have gotten into propagating. I'm really fascinated with the whole process, especially in clear glasses like these. You can get the little tubes and everything. I just recycle. This was a cinnamon jar. No, this was a jelly jar, and this was a spice jar. Yeah, spices. Woo, excuse me. Thank you. Someone said bless you, right? All right, so I think we're done with the alcohol, so we can move that out the way. We can also move this and this. All right? Okay, so actually I need these. These are to cut, right? So, I want my pothos to trail long. I have a lot of pieces I could cut from this, okay? And I don't really know how long I want it to be, but let's see here. I think this is the Pothos Enjoy. Isn't it beautiful, okay? I think I want it to trail to about right here, about right there. So maybe a little longer. I want it to trail a little bit longer. Okay. All right, so we are going to actually cut. These are two different strands, okay? So we are actually going to just cut. If you see here, these actually have roots on them already. This is a root. This is an actual aerial root. Aerial root means it's not in the soil, it's just in the air, okay? You see all those aerial roots on there? These are also node sections, okay? So we are going to cut about right here and snap. All right, so we're going to move the rest of this. Oh, it was so long. That's the saddest one. That was the hardest one. That was the hardest one to do because, I mean, look at this. Okay, so we are going to, this is going to be the shortest piece, okay? We're going to, again, take off the bottom two leaves. So we have two nodes, 1, 2. Oh wait, you can't see that. 1, 2. So now we have two nodes to put in water. Now, I don't know if it's an old wives' tale or not, but they say if you have issues with propagating in water with particular plant, you can put a pothos in there and it will help it grow, okay? I'm actually going to run an experiment and put this in water as well and see if it will grow a root. I don't know, it might. I doubt it, but we'll see. We're going to try. It's not hurting anybody. All right, so how long do I want this to be? Well, let's see. I may want to actually measure it with the one that I have. So it's just off camera here, just off camera. So let's see here. If I go this route, I would cut about right here in this hand, okay? So let's do that. Boom, and now I can measure the rest of them by that. I think I'll only get 2 or 3 out of this one strand here, but I think that's actually plenty. Let's see. We'll do, see, this isn't necessarily twice as long. See, this isn't necessarily twice as long. Then this is, you see the end right here? So why don't we just snip this one in half instead? And that would be about right here. Yep. Okay. All right. So again, we're going to pull 1, 2. We're going to put this in its own jar and let that sit. Same with this one. 1, 2. You get the point, right? All right, so I'm going to do the rest of this. Okay, so we have this jar here of our pothos. So we'll set that aside. That's in a tall jar. And then we have our cissus, this color, our pothos, enjoy, and oh no, it's falling out. Huh, I might need to tie these down. All right, let's wrap this part up. I will fix it and arrange it better. All right, well, I thank you for stopping by. I hope you enjoy your day. Don't forget to like, thumbs up, and subscribe. Don't be strangers. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you think, what you thought, if you have any tips, tricks, or ideas. And I guess I will see you laters.